My Taoist title is Spirit Exorcist. Half a month ago, the heavens sent me a message to travel 100 miles west. By doing so, I would be able to meet my destined disciple, which is you. Smiling Fockley little Xiao confirmed. I see. Then allow me to call you Master. You're willing to give me anything, right? For example, your life. With that, the little girl stabbed the drunk woman, and with hatred in her eyes continued. Master, what crap? I've already met so many people like you. You just want to use the term disciple, and drag me into an elixir shop, then dissect me and dig out my heart, to refine endless amounts of longevity elixirs, just because my innate yin inner Dan is the best furnace. As soon as you cultivators heard that it's possible to refine others' cultivation into elixirs through me, and become immortal by taking them, whether it was etiquette, justice, or the laws of the heavens and the mortals, you threw them all aside. Traumatized by her past encounters, she continued to stab multiple times on the drunk woman, yelling to the top of her lungs, I begged you all. After her senseless multiple stabbing, she finally stopped, breathing heavily. With her eyes losing all hope, she wondered, why can't you just leave me be? As she exhausted all her strength, her body became numb and heavy, causing her fall, and as she was falling she could not help but lament, oh no, I've exhausted my cultivation. My inner Dan is swallowing me up. Could my life be coming to an end? I have no family and no friends. I don't even know the taste of candied halls. Is my life just going to end? Looking at the ominous Buddha statue, she quietly uttered, heavens above. Cough. I've killed countless evildoers in this life. That's true. But I had no choice if there is a next life. Please grant me a normal life. However, before she could fall unconscious, a hand patted her on the shoulder, asking, why wait until your next life? Turns out it was the drunken woman she stabbed multiple times, who rose from the dead. You can just do that in this life, she continued. With her aura glowing green, she healed her while telling her, all Master has to do is transfer her energy to save your life, don't move around. Witnessing her self-sacrifice, little Xiao was emotional and could not help but cry out loud, which surprised the bleeding woman. Huh? Why are you crying? Does it hurt? Still crying? She asked. Oh, can I really continue living? And with a gentle smile, the woman responded, of course. Not only can you live, you can also live well. So, relax. Master will protect you from now on, for eternity. But it was not to be, as her master was seen nailed to the wall, and Xiao could only look at her nailed master. Master, don't be afraid. This time it's my turn to save you. All I need to do is find a person with the holy yang body, and perform dual cultivation with him. Then I can return to you all the longevity you've lost. T.L. Yang from Yin and Yang. Returning to our boy Yeshen, who was silently witnessing her current state. The temptress is eating her away. She won't be able to hold out much longer. I should take care of this quickly. The temptress, in the form of his disciple, multiplied itself while not forgetting to tease our MC, also looking rather thirsty here. With that, all the clones jumped to him, embracing him all over. Dear Master, come and have some fun with us. Partly revealing some other soft pillows, it asked, would you prefer my front, or are you more interested in my backside? I can satisfy you either way. Haha. Thinking it was successful in tempting our boy, the temptress rejoiced internally. Very good. Just continue to drown in my gentle illusion. Finally having enough of all that, Yeshen demanded scram, which naturally surprised the temptress. With that, he blasted away all the fake projections before him, knocking the temptress down. However, the resistance of boy Yeshen seemed to drive her even more wild as it chuckled. My precious, dear Master. As he was holding one of her legs, the temptress continued, you're strong, and you're also pretty fast. Are you really that impatient? So, you like playing this game? Yener is growing fond of you. However, with that, she kicked him while not focusing, and continued with her flirtatious words, allow me to teach you something. Women prefer to be dominant. Mind you, she was saying all this while trying to step on him. Just lie there like a good boy. I, who has a physical form, is indestructible and unkillable. Suddenly she reacted violently to something. Screaming internally, she wondered, hey, my abdomen is suddenly burning. We haven't even gotten to the main point yet. What's going on? Turns out our boy Yeshen was holding her foot, which caused her to ask, you, what are you doing? Suddenly pressing on her foot, he replied, didn't you know about the pleasure point? And as soon as he pressed it, her face switched completely, as now she was filled with mixed emotions containing embarrassment and pleasure. But our boy gave her no rest as he continued. As the name suggests, it's an acupuncture point that can bring about a pleasurable experience. You've clearly already cultivated a physical form, but you have yet to explore it carefully. And no, let go, she tried to protest. It's coming out, right? Your true form. Still pretending, the temptress yelled out, dear Master, please let go of me. Let you go. You are a temptress born from people's desires. To fight against you We must escape from our human desires and focus on our objectives, only by giving you even more pleasure. Will you reveal your true form? If I let you go today, who knows how many victims there will be. Hearing that she tried to persuade her boy even further. Please look closely. Master, I really am Yahello. How could you be so cruel as to make me suffer? Shut up. The word Yahello shouldn't even be allowed to come out of your mouth. The mark on Yahello's forehead. It was left behind after she went through the marrow cleansing of the refining pond for the sake of protecting the sect. She scraped the poison off her bones for a whole month. Even I wouldn't be able to stand it. But Yahello never even shed a single tear. Instead, she felt sorry for her junior sisters. She secretly hid in a dark corner, blaming herself for not living up to expectations. She's so kind and serious, how could she seduce others for her own selfish desires? But you are a pitiful monster. You're just something driven by lust. A pitiful monster, stealing others' memories, trampling on and ridiculing them. Does that make you feel superior? Idiot. With that he unleashed a powerful blast that evaporated the temptress on the spot, transforming it to its original form that looked rather horrendous, while also lamenting on the physical form I worked so hard to cultivate. Wow. Fearing the worst, the Empress tried to flee. You crazy man, take your stubbornness and be without a partner for the rest of your life. Seeing Xiao Chiao still unconscious on the ground, the temptress rejoiced. I still have a chance. This woman is still lost in my illusion. If I can just take over her body, I'll be able to start again. Reaching out to her, she shouted, I don't want to disappear. However, in the next second, its physical body was slashed in half by an unknown sword, which caught his attention. A sword. Turns out that the sword belonged to the busty and ripped general. Finally revealing her face, she complained, Sir, you really are troublesome to find. Before anything, a brief story flashed by. Legend has it that an immortal exiled to the west of the Kanyuan continent created a unique secret technique to cultivate or swallow a mysterious stone in order to sacrifice their spiritual fetuses to the outside world. With the blessing of the blood-slaying formation, the two spiritual fetuses can freely communicate with each other. They can share not only their cultivation roams, but also their experiences. The exiled immortal called this secret technique Interlude Psychic. Why you are Yahello? Turns out the demon Empress was possessing the general master. So you do still remember Yahello? Worrying a bit, Yashen replied. Your spiritual fetus is a crimson product only seen once every 10,000 years. Even if I were burned to ashes, I would still recognize it. Master, why are you backing away? You had so much fun with the temptress. It's understandable that you forgot to return to the city. Of course, you saw all that, M.A.Cam, from start to finish, clear as day. Yahello knows everything, whether it's master's praises, or that you were finding medicine for that female cultivator, and that's why you haven't returned to the city in so long. Hey, wait, what are you talking about? Don't even think of lying your way out of this. The scene then shifts to moments after Yashen explains the little misunderstanding. So in other words, Master took this female cultivator with him, mistaking her for the undercover attendant I appointed in Tianchu City. Yes, ma du den fa. I really thought you left me a message telling me not to look at other women, but sent a female cultivator to attend to me. Turns out I was wrong. So, still playing dumb? She asked shyly. Even if Master misunderstood, she still knew what she was doing. Why did she continue playing along and follow you all this way? She indeed had a hidden motive. Yes, Shen said. This little girl followed me because she wanted my help. In her mind she was busy thinking, little girl, so Master doesn't view her as a woman. What, does she have enemies? I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to help with, but when she was being eroded by the temptress, she once called out Master. I'm guessing that it has something to do with her sex. Sure. Master is just a hero who likes to meddle in other people's affairs. Hearing that, he smiled slightly and continued, speaking of which, do you really think that you, Yahello, don't meddle in other people's affairs? Listening to him, she fell silent for a bit, thinking about the past as she once stepped in to save the general when she was young and enslaved, causing her to reply to her boy, I can't be bothered to care. Doesn't Master know I, Yahello, am now a supreme demon at whom everyone shouts killer and fighter? Taking care of problems isn't as efficient as taking care of people. TL, by taking care, she means killing off. Her words really triggered him as he uttered, nonsense. If it were really like that, then this little girl would have already died. Who knows how many times? Master knows Yahello is a good girl with kind intentions. You must have suffered a lot these past few years, right? Now that I'm back, you're free to just be yourself. Even if the whole world collapses, Master will hold up the sky for you. Of course, such sweet words touched her immensely, and could only slightly whisper that he was a dummy to hide her embarrassment. Hey Cam, all I said, okay, with Master here, I won't have to worry about the little things of this world. Once Master has sorted out his affairs, he should hurry back to the city. There better not be a next time or else I'll really have your legs all cut off. After saying all that, she suddenly closed her eyes, and the possession of the general was lifting off as her soul left the general, and as soon she left her body, the general now became conscious. However, her eyes were filled with intense fury, as she yelled out to him, "Her Highness has forgiven you, but I, Zia Chun, have not." She changed back, he thought, still angered. She continued, "Her Highness asked me to follow you. Before we get back to the city, I won't take my eyes off you." "I see. I appreciate your effort. Why are there more and more people?" he thought. "This little girl hasn't woken up yet." "I'll take a look." "No need," the general stopped him. "I'll handle it. Honor Her Highness' decree. Don't touch other women." After some sniffing, she then laid her ear on the girl's chest, looking for a heartbeat. After that, she literally ripped her clothing, showing us a glimpse of them huge monsters that have been teasing us around. Seeing this, Ma Dude was literally stunned as he wondered, wait, looking at his panicking state, the general asked, "What now?" "I shouldn't look when ladies are checking each other for injuries. I'll excuse myself and enter the forest." Turns out Ma Dude just wanted to dip out of there and do his own things, as he was busy thinking with her here. "I don't need to worry about taking care of that little girl anymore. I can finally travel to Fury Cave now." But it was not going to be that easy, as the general threw her sword to block our boy's path, informing him, "If you find it rude to look, then just close your eyes, sir. But don't leave my sight. This is a decree from Her Highness." As she said that, Ma Dude could feel the ominous aura coming from here. Why is she so difficult? He wondered. Wanting to hear an answer, the general asked again. "I understand," he replied. "So, how's that little girl now?" "Stupid man," the general thought to herself, but still answered him. "The temptress entered her inner den and eroded her spiritual fetus. This is difficult to deal with. I can only use a conservative method first. Let's have her wake up." Ma Dude, on the other hand, was busy thinking, Normally, when this happens, the spiritual fetus needs to be extracted from the body and repaired using specific techniques. However, doing so usually causes some damage to the physical body. Curious about the conservative method, he decided to peek a little, still wondering, is it a new technique created by later generations? However, when he turned to look, he saw the general undressing her outer top, showing us her glorious sword scars and ripped body. She took off her clothes. Feeling a gaze upon herself, she immediately stared back at Yeshen with murderous intent. After that, the general got to work and did stuff to the unconscious Xiao Qiao, who was busy moaning loudly. She reacted. "Is it here? TSK. So tight. Relax a bit." Hearing all of that, it deeply wounded Ma Dude's pride, as he could only listen to such things but could not watch, nor do anything, also trying to calm himself. "No, don't be curious." After a long battle, the general was done with everything needed. That's about it. It looks like she'll wake up later. "You, sir, can relax now." However, as she looked at our boy, who was finally finished by all the sounds and with a weak voice, spoke to her, "Oh, good work. You look tired. What's wrong?" Laughing tiredly, he thought, "You're asking me what's wrong. The reason I'm this tired." We are then shown some scenes from when the general was healing the girl and Yeshen always trying to make up stories to dip out of there. The temptress hurt her severely. "I'm going to destroy their lair. Don't worry, sir. Her Highness has already sent a team to deal with it. It's all because of you." He lamented. "You've worked hard saving her. Allow me to treat you to some food." "Many thanks. But I have been fasting for the past 3 years. You're still not letting me go? Then, there must be elixirs growing in this beautiful place. How about I go pick some to replenish your energy?" "I have no fear, no hunger, no fatigue, sir. All you need to do is stay put." Thinking of another excuse, he spoke out. "Actually, I want to create gold," meaning he wants to poop, throwing a piece of what she instructed him. "Go ahead." Witnessing her unreasonable demands, Ma Dude cursed internally. "I already used the excuse of creating gold. I still can't escape. Although I like dogs, this type isn't cute at all." But outwardly he spoke out, "Never mind," which caused her pause a little. She then told him the female cultivator's vitality was severely damaged, and that recovery method was only temporary. Elixirs will be needed to nourish her later, since it's already late. Now's not the time to go looking for them. After all that work, I am indeed a little tired. How about we rest here? We can search for the elixir when the sun rises. What do you think?" Hearing all that, he was stunned for a bit, but realizing this was his chance, he became determined and responded, "Sure." Holding her shoulder, he told her, "You can rest. I'll protect both of you." "Sir, you." It turned out Ma Dude was knocking her out, Sorry I pressed down on your sleeping point. TL this refers to an acupuncture point, may you rest well. As she fell next to Xiao, my dude slipped away. However, it turned out that they were all just pretending to be asleep, as the general confidently opened her eyes, while Xiao did it secretly. Well, that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe for more. Until next time.